to the kitchen line and thought, now what? Well, in today's video, I'm giving you 5 go-to strategies you can use right away to start winning more points. These tactics I personally use at the pro level, and the beauty is they work at every level of the game. If you're serious about becoming a high-level pickleball player and you want a clear system to get there, then I've got something really special for you. This is the exact framework I wish I had when I started out. It'll help you finally understand the game the way the pros do. Just click on the link in the description or the top comment to get early access when it launches. The first strategy we're diving into is what I call the counterpunch or the bait and burn. In pickleball, there's good balls to attack and there's bad ones. But what if you could trap your opponent into attacking the wrong ball and punishing them for it? That's exactly what this does. You give them a ball that looks attackable, but you're ready, you're waiting for it, and you counter hard. This works best against players who are trigger happy, the ones who attack too early or too often. So let's say we're in a dink rally and all of a sudden I feed him a ball that is very questionable whether to attack or not, but I know that he's very trigger happy. So let's say it's something from maybe the knee to the hip or in that yellow zone that he's going to take out of the air or attack. And because I know his attacks and I kind of know that he's trigger happy, I'm able to sit hard on it and counter. That's what the counter punch is. So what you want to do is make sure that you're staying very patient and you're waiting for them to pull the trigger. And then next is you want to move early to that counter and sit on it. And then make sure that when you get that counter, that you're not overdoing it, but you're really just trying to get ahead in that hands battle. So you're setting a trap for your opponent, waiting for them to pull the trigger. So the reason that worked is I baited him by giving him that attackable dink that I knew he was gonna pull the trigger on. And because I knew he was gonna pull the trigger, I slid early and I countered using the bait and burn. Next up is the wing attack. When you attack someone near their body, they can generate a decent amount of power. But if you attack someone outside their body, especially to the weaker side, this is when they're stretched, uncomfortable, and far less dangerous. Most players don't exploit this enough, but it opens up clean combinations if you can expose this to their sides. This strategy is super effective against players who love their punch volley and can't create offense from their wings. So when we use the wing attack, there's 3 things that I really want you to focus on. The first step is identify the weaker side. A lot of times this is gonna be their backhand side because a lot of people don't have that two-handed backhand to really get that extra power. The second thing is wait for the right ball to attack. So I don't want you to just try to pull this, from any position. Make sure you're behind the ball in a good position because you're gonna have to be ready for that second one. And the third thing is always make sure it's a 2-shot combo. Never try to win it with the first one because then we end up overplaying. This is a combo, so we wanna hit 1 shot to throw them off balance and get a weaker shot, and the next one is gonna be the one we attack or put away. One of the most underrated kitchen strategies is what I call the pressure cooker. This one takes discipline, but it wins points. If your opponent has a clear weakness, your job isn't to blast through it. It's to lean on it, apply pressure, stay patient, and let them crack. This strategy works really well against players who favor one side heavily. At the high level, we don't just exploit weakness with power, we do it with relentless strategic pressure. So for the pressure cooker, the first thing we want to do is identify the weakness. So in this situation, let's say his backhand is the weakness. Maybe he's just got a slice dink. He doesn't feel comfortable with it. He's trying to run around his forehand a lot. I'm going to hit a mix, a variation of aggressive dinks to that backhand. And I'm going to slowly watch for it to break down and also look for the right attack. So I'm going to apply pressure to his backhand over and over and wait for the right mistake. So maybe he'll make a mistake or the right time to attack. If you like to dink aggressively, this strategy is for you. I call it the roll and lean. It's all about using topspin rolls to put your opponents out of position and then lean in for the attack. It creates the illusion of space, draws your opponent off balance, and opens the door for a pop-up. This works especially well against players who are easily thrown off balance or don't move well. It also is very effective against taller players, but don't try this on me. Like seriously don't. So for the roll and lean, we want to start with first creating the illusion of space to our opponent by just taking one step off the line. So if you're here, take one step back, and this is gonna give us more room to hit kind of rolled dinks because the ball is gonna come a little higher. So it's gonna allow us to maneuver the ball a little bit more, play a little harder. And the thing is, when we hit that aggressive dink and we feel that that pop-up's coming, they think they have more room because we've been playing from back here. We're gonna take one step in and then lean and try to attack out of the air. You see a lot of pros do this. It works at the highest level because people are not just moving left and right, but they're moving forward and backwards as well. The triangle tack is a high-level strategy that's all about anticipating the counter. Here's how it works. When you attack someone cross-body, their counter is almost always going in the opposite direction. If you can predict that and move early, you'll be in a position to end the point on the second shot. This one is one of the most effective combo strategies in pro pickleball, especially against players who sit very close to the line or lack counter power. It's a must-have in your arsenal. The first rule for the triangle attack is to make sure you're identifying the right ball to attack. So nothing super low. Wait till it's a ball that's sitting that you can get behind and then pull. Don't pull when you're not behind the ball. Second thing, we want to make sure that we're going cross body. That way we get the triangle effect. If I attack cross body, then that ball is going to come this way, meaning that I can speed up here, and then my paddle is already in a position to counter that next one. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're hitting the ball and then immediately getting ready for that next shot. Always remember that this is a two-shot combo, not a one-shot combo. This works at the pro level because there's not a lot that the opponent can do when we're so ready for that second shot. Make sure that we're pulling the right shot in the first place. Having smart strategies in your toolbox gives you real confidence on the court. Start using these 5 today, and trust me, people will notice the difference. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe so I can keep making videos like this one.